Hi there, namaste, happy Friday. Welcome to the Friday edition of the Lall Show on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. I paused for a moment when I said Friday. Can't believe it's Friday already, but time flies. We hope you had a good holiday yesterday and you're ready to rumble, as we see here in Guyanese terms. So welcome to the Lall Show, where we tell it as it is. This evening we have the man of the moment who's going to make tonight's presentation, and after which I hope and pray that he's going to take all of us in studio to a Friday drink. It's been long overdue. So, sir, namaste to you, and the floor is now yours.
Sure, Josh, I'll take you for a drink.
Thank you.
It's Friday. Miss Harris, I'll take you too. You okay, Kevin? We're going to go. What are we going to do? We're going to dance? We're going to sing? What? Are we going to have fun without that?
We're going to have fun.
No, we got to dance, we got to sing, we got to do a lot of stuff. Miss Harris? We good to go?
We good to go.
All right, we good to go.
Anything for you.
You guys remember? You guys remember last week? A Canadian company announced to their overseas shareholders about a mega gold find at Marudi Mountain, and none of us ever know or hear about the company before. Yes. This week, an American company announced to their shareholders, you hear that? About a mega bauxite find at Bonasika, right here in the Essequibo. This company also, yes, they also is an unknown name. We never heard about them. Or if we do, very few people would have heard about their name. Today, the union people had a protest for salary increased in front of the Ministry of Labor, Miss Harris. I went there to join them, but they didn't come in time, so I had to leave them. You know? Josh, you know the song? I see trees of green,
Red roses too.
Red roses too.
I see them blue.
I see them blue for me and you.
I think to myself,
And I think to myself,
what a wonderful world.
what a wonderful world. I did well?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, man. Canadian boast last week about mega gold find. This week, an American company boasting about a mega gold find, a mega bauxite find in we country. And we leaders don't even know or telling us anything. 3 children born up in a house on the east bank of Demerara yesterday morning.
Yes.
The fire chief said it was faulty electrical wire that caused the fire. Uncle, this can only happen when people don't have money in their pockets to hire certified people to properly wire them homes. Money. Money, uncle. Money, auntie. That story is sad, but it's the reality of life. This will continue to happen year go and year come as these political clowns continue to allow the foreigners to come in here secretly and walk away with the Guyanese people's wealth. Yes, our money. We reported today also that a man drive in a gas station, ordered gas for his vehicle from the pump attendant, then he slumped over the wheel and he died. I don't know if the gas price is what gave him the heart attack. But my sympathy also goes out to the families. You hear that? The UN head, United Nations head, just also announced the war between Russia and Ukraine is creating food shortages all over the world, especially the flour we make bread, roti and pastries with. If you don't have money, you can't eat bread and roti very soon. Continue sleeping and allow these corrupt politicians to give away everything free. Cherry, Jagan, and LFS Burnham, who preserve these resources for us and our future. Look what they are doing with it. Foreign people coming in your country secretly with the approval of the politicians, making huge fines, fetching it out. Yes, and you and your children is left hungry. Did I say namaste to all you wonderful people? Joshua, I didn't. No. Namaste, guys.
Namaste.
Mankind take food from the hungry to give to those who are starving. What our politicians doing here is taking food from the starving to give to the already belly full, and have its own citizens in the streets protesting for better salaries to put food on their children's table. You get what I'm saying there? Joshua?
Yes, sir.
This morning, there were thousands of people in the streets in downtown Port of Spain in Trinidad protesting a 2% increase. We'll give you an update on it later. Call a protest in Guyana for your own wealth, for your own benefit, and nobody shows up. What's the song? I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Namaste again, Uncle Nati. This country is moving so fast. Critical things are happening so quickly from all angles. It is difficult to choose what to say when these program nights come around. If it's not one large contract with skullduggery attached to it, is a new robbery every day in the oil sector, the gold sector, the bauxite sector, and every sector you can think about in this country, where they have big money to make. Yes. I had planned to expand on what those international experts said Wednesday night about the renewal of the Liza 1 permit. How much money Guyana can get without renegotiating that lopsided contract. But like I said, things happening so fast. I put that off to deal with something that I believe you need to hear and know tonight. It shouldn't be left for Monday. Yesterday, we celebrated independence, and not a word you hear from our president and our opposition leader about our resources, our wealth. Not a word. Not a word where is it and what's going on with it. Not a single word about that. Instead, them talking about fish cage and agriculture among some other frivolous things. One song them singing over and over, all over Guyana for the last 30 years, while the foreigners fetching out every single thing free, in some cases tax free. I talked about the secret Canadian company just now and last week, boasting about the mega gold find them unearthed, worth over $500 million US. And they're boasting to their shareholders how they plan to widen and deepen the drilling. That will probably have them boasting next. Not only $500 million they already fined, but in billions of US dollars to their shareholders. All this is being done while we President Ali boasting about Demerara Harbor Bridge, that we borrow money for bill, and Norton on the other hand complaining about Ali breaching agreement for a second meeting. This is the kind of things they're talking about. This is your country called Guyana, uncle. What else more can I say? We are reporting tomorrow, for the first time in the Kaieteur news, that another foreign company boasting to their shareholders, this time is not for gold, this is for bauxite. This company working, like I said, out of Bonsika, a stone throw away from where President Ali born and grew in Lenora, just up the Essequibo River, opposite Fort Island. Left Georgetown, go to Parica, and in half of an hour you meet there. Just like the Canadian company boasting about the mega gold find, this American company boasting about not only the mega find of bauxite, but the quality of bauxite they find to the world. You hear that? You know what I mean, Ms. Harris? The bauxite they find got real value, real dollars. Yes, this is why they can boast. We already have two, Bauxite and Rusal. They're in here years now, and Guyana getting nothing out of them.
Same bauxite that doesn't have no value.
Yes, the same bauxite they said they will lose money on.
Wow.
Now a foreign company, American company, is saying they find how much they find and the quality they find. Yes. This country has the best of everything, uncle and auntie, but still you, the citizens of this country, are the worst off in the world today. You know what I mean, Miss Harris? Every day that goes by, yes, every single day that goes by, they're making each one of us into animals. Come baby, come eat this. Come dog, take this bone. That's how Guyanese people are being treated in their own country with their own high value mega wealth. Yeah, man. This is why the union had to hold a protest today at the Labor Ministry, begging for more bones for our brothers and sisters in this country. You following me, man? Am I clear?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Foreigners coming in this country secretly, finding we gold, we diamond, we timber, we bauxite, we manganese, and the Guyanese people who own it doesn't know anything. If the politicians do put out a statement, it's 1 or 2 paragraph or 1 or 2 minute, well worded and memorized speech. Yes. 3 gold companies, larger than Oh My coming soon, according to the financial guru Ashni Singh. Oh boy. Hear how he informing Guyana, Miss Harris. Let me play back that tape for you people to hear again how he given away Guyana's wealth. Listen to him carefully.
Contemplate for a moment 3 large-scale developments, each of which is larger than Omai. Consider for a moment that each one of these will probably be employing more than 1,000 Guyanese persons. Consider the food and other supplies that they will need, the transport services, the construction services. the equipment supply and maintenance services, and all of the multiplier benefits that 3 large-scale gold mining operations will generate in Guyana.
Wow. You know how significant OMI was? Yes. No, Mr. Ashley Singh, we don't know. You should tell us and bring us the figures how significant OMI was and what Guyana got. You know what we got, Uncle? Cyanide spill that killed we brothers and sisters and still killing them unto now with that deadly cyanide. The man said, contemplate for a moment 3 large-scale developments, each of which is larger than OMI. What developments this man talking about, Uncle? What developments OMI bring to this country or given to Guyana so far? What are we getting? What is the deal Guyana getting, Ashley Singh? The couple people that working in there collecting slice bread money? Huh? If OMI was good for this country, then why are we still borrowing money from IDB and CDB to buy flash drives for them children in the schools, Ashley Singh? Somebody tell me something, man. Where is the OMI contract? Where you have it hidden, Mr. Singh? Or that is confidential too? Ms. Harris, let me ask him this question. The gold OMI taking out belong to him or his parents that we can't see? What's the deal?
None of
Huh?
them.
Uncle, you guys have answer for that? Consider for a moment, each one will probably employ 1,000 people. His words that, Consider for a moment, each one will probably, you hear the word? Will probably employ 1,000 people. Wow. Just like what OMI doing. Supply food, provide services, yes, that we say. A few Guyanese will be employed as security guards, tail end workers, cleaners, and some will provide pulauria and chana, cassava ball as food. Some will provide construction services to put up couple tarpaulin tents and fix 1 and 2 of the boat engines when they go down. Yes. That is what Ashley Singh will give Guyana. That's what he said.
Large-scale development.
Saying that. And continue to say, all of that is a multiplier benefits. Yes. These 3 gold mining operations will generate in Guyana. You hear that? Where is the multiplier benefits with all the gold, diamond, and bauxite companies in Guyana, Mr. Ashley Singh? Who get it? You get it and went away with it? You sure is that you and your government people alone benefiting from all these things you're talking about, man? I would like you to name one Guyanese family who are reaping the multiplying benefits you're talking about from any one of the foreign companies in Guyana. You care to do that? Huh? Uncle? When I hear these people talk, I just feel like vomit or commit myself. Every time they talk, you know what, Miss Harris? I believe they memorize the script given to all of them. Like the teacher write it out and pass it down in the cabinet. So all of them keep repeating the same thing.
Puppets.
Yes. I never heard that a country signing deals with an outsider, telling its nation about jobs and services with multiplying benefits, giving away wholesale the country's wealth. Never heard of something like that. Only in Guyana.
And then say we get jobs.
Only in Guyana you hear these clowns. Yes. Saying things like this. Man, I am tired. God have to bless Guyana and bless you too, uncle and auntie. Yes. You guys notice he did not tell this nation a single word where these people will be going and how much land was granted to them. Huh? He did not mention a word about the tax concessions that will be granted for them to fetch out the gold. Not a word. And most importantly, he did not say a single word about what Guyana would be benefiting financially from our gold.
Exactly.
Yes, these three companies that will be coming soon. No. Not a single word you hear about that. Uncle, they will be just like ExxonMobil. We would be paying them to fetch out the gold and they walk away without paying a cent tax. This is what you call a double, triple, quadruple whammy. Yes, sitting on our back. That's what they have them doing in this country. Sunday, we are carrying a story in the Kaieteur news. I want you people to read it, even if you got to share the newspaper with your neighbor. Because I know some of you can't afford to buy it. Canada just announced the increase in royalty rates for their oil sector. Should I repeat that?
Repeat it for the people.
Canada just announced the increase in royalty rates for their people, the Canadian people. Joshua,
Yes.
the United States in December increased their royalty rates. And yesterday, England slap on, yes, taxes, 25% on the oil and gas giants in their country. You hear me, man? US, Canada, and now UK, all increasing royalty rates and taxes on the oil giants for their country and their people. Guyana politicians, yes, the opposition leader running away from the word renegotiation of royalty rates, while the government, who promised to review and renegotiate for better terms in the oil contract, swinging their mouth away from that. You hear that?
You can't tackle the issues.
Just imagine, Uncle, Lall, the same man talking to you guys here, have to find lawyers to challenge the government for allowing Exxon to walk away without paying taxes, which all Guyanese, rich and poor, have to pay. And hear this, Uncle. ExxonMobil jump in the case with the government using our oil money to fight against me. Yes. Uncle, every cent them spend on lawyers to fight against me coming out from your little profit, your oil profit. You think ExxonMobil going in their pocket to pay lawyers? It's your little oil money them using to fight me. Yes, let's move on though. Tonight is not that topic. To justify the raising of royalties, Uncle, Miss Harris, the Canadian government said for too long a broken system of fossil fuel subsidies has failed to ensure citizens fully benefit from their resources. Wow. Uncle, let me repeat the thing for you, man. Let me repeat it. They said, the Canadian government said, for too long, a broken system of fossil fuel subsidies has failed to ensure citizens fully benefit from their resources. Let me explain what that sentence means, piece by piece for your uncle and auntie. That fancy word subsidy means helping, supporting, and propping up these oil companies with tax-paying dollars of the people of Canada. That is what it means. Basically, the man said the Canadian people using their tax money to prop up these multi-billion-dollar oil companies and not getting in return anything close to the kind of benefits they are supposed to get. Yes. And as the Canadian and the American government said, and as the Canadian, the American government said, yes, this has been going on for too long and royalty rates have to be increased. You hear that? Both of them said the same thing. It's like a man coming in your backyard, picking your mangoes, and you, daddy, taking the children little money they're working for help the mango picker. And when they catch themselves, them say, we getting robbed from two sides. The mangoes and the little money where we children throwing in. That's how simple it is, uncle. That is what is called subsidy. Government subsidizing the oil companies. Guyana started off with every foreign company doing worse than that. Every foreign company that is in this land, they are using our tax dollars to facilitate the fetch away of everything. Yeah, man. In the case of Guyana, we helping in every way you can think of. Allowing them to walk away without paying taxes is the most critical one. Fixing and building new roads and bridges. What the foreign companies got to use is another way of subsidizing or supporting them with the poor people tax money. Yes. These political clowns boastfully bringing in these people, fattening them with vitamins and tonic, while me and you can't even get proper medicine or tonic at the hospital. Guyana just spent, uncle and auntie, $4 million to remove them 3 ships that sink at the mouth of the Demerara River for allow free access, to give free access for the oil companies. Yes. So that they can come in, pick up their stuff and go back to the rigs. Yeah, man. $4 million. Yes. And Guyana borrowing money for do that. Because that $4 million had to come out with budget. This is why they can't give increase. Bernard, can you sing? I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you.
I said to myself,
and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Giving them our prime land, almost free, to build ExxonMobil headquarters is another subsidy, uncle. To build housing schemes and hotels is yet another subsidy, auntie. Money from the country's pocket. That money could have been used to fix all them village roads and bridges and help them pensioners, them poor people, and still increase salaries. That is what the word subsidy means, uncle. Give away our behinds and leaving you to mess through your ribs. That's what is going on in this country. Give away the oil free without paying any taxes. Give them all the subsidies to make them more filthy rich while borrowing money from the international lending agencies or institutions to have its people live like stray dogs. Yes. The Demerara Harbour Bridge, them so proudly announcing, is borrow money. 260 million US. And this is only the start. When it's done, it's going to reach 460 million. Anybody betting? Just like the airport. Yes. Borrowing 260 million and giving away 687 million in taxes to ExxonMobil already. Man, this is what you call economic geniuses we have running this country. I only hope Joel Bagwan didn't listening to these things and call in. The Canadian government, auntie, says under their royalty system, the oil companies will now have to pay top dollars to get access to their natural gas resource and share their revenue with the owners. They're telling them, come with your wallets or don't come here at all. That's what they're saying there, uncle. They say if you can't give the people real money, you got to get out. You guys hear that, uncle? This is rich, rich, rich Canada talking about top dollars for access to their resources. What about we? What about Guyana? What did we get for our oil blocks? And what are we getting at present from the deal? 1% and 2%. Oh my gosh. I'm getting tired these days, you know. The Americans raised their oil revenue. The British raised theirs too. And now the Canadians raised their royalty rates. That is even higher than the United States. You hear me, Bernard? Them have a sliding scale system that starts from 5% to 40% royalty body.
Wow.
What Guyana raised from that 1% and 2%. Yes, them raising the skirts.
Guyanese can go more than 5%, you know this.
Yes. That's what they're raising, uncle. Your leaders raising their clothes.
Yep.
Wednesday you heard from the international experts that the 5-year permit for Liza 1 is up for renewal next week. Yes. Next week, Tuesday, May 31st. You heard the experts say, Guyana now has a golden opportunity before renewing that permit to correct, fix and change all the mistakes we made so that we can get something far better for the Guyanese people without renegotiating the oil contract. They said that very clear, uncle. Yeah, man. Doing this, uncle, will be a start to put a smile on the citizens' face of this country. What do you say, man, Bernard?
Yeah.
This is how we can get salary increase, uncle. Old age pension can increase. Better roads, better hospitals with medication and tonic. Yes, inside for a start. And the beauty about this, we do not have to renegotiate the contract, uncle. Mr. President, we do not have to renegotiate the contract. Mr. Opposition Leader, we do not have to renegotiate the oil contract.
Yep.
ExxonMobil had 5 years enjoying all the benefits of that permit in the billions of US dollars while they were giving us crumbs. Now, presently, yes, you guys are in a position to make all the changes we want, to really wring out some money in which we were robbed. Yes, in that contract.
They have to beg for renew the contract.
What you think will happen, uncle, come Tuesday? This is the moment for them to shine. Will they do it, uncle? Huh? This is not a game This is not a game. You have seen what the UK, USA, and Canada just did. This is a war we're going through, and our leaders have to be warlords. Both President Ali and Aubrey Norton have to show what they're made of, how much steel in their backs, and how much wisdom in their heads. They must fight. They have Exxon on the ropes right now. And we hold the permit renewal in our hands. They must not fail us, man. Eh, Miss Harris? They must capitalize on this golden opportunity right now. What you say, Bernard?
I hope so.
Kevin?
We have to ensure that they do that.
All of us, including none other than myself, will back them to the fullest.
We are behind our leaders, of course.
I will personally salute them. Could you hold for me, please? 1 second. I will personally, Uncle and Auntie, back them play. Yeah. Sorry about that, Miss Scott there in the studio. I was saying, Uncle and Auntie, that I will personally stand up and say well done and consider stopping this program. And I am certain that all of you will give them a salute too. Would you, Miss Harris?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Round of applause.
Make us proud, Mr. Norton and Mr. Ali. This golden opportunity is there for the taking, staring us in our face. Let's seize it and get the best out of it. I am supporting you right through with this. The oil companies have already walked away with $3.6 billion US dollars, while Guyana had to settle with $52 million after paying Exxon taxes. More than half of that $3.6 billion US dollars supposed to be in our pockets already instead of that $52 million. What can't buy even chicken feed or a Chinese food for anybody? They can't, Uncle. They should not and must not be allowed to continue to get away with this highway skullduggery. No way, man. They must not. Mr. Ali and Mr. Norton have to make it right. They have to correct it. And they cannot fail us now. No way. You know, Ms. Harris, we have carried 2 front page comments since the international people spoke about this golden opportunity we have with this renewal of this permit. Yes, 2 front page comments we carried. How important it is to every citizen's pocket, you know. And I plan to, yes, until May 31st, every day on the front page, to have a comment, just to ensure that Guyana understands what has to be done, what should be done, and what must be done for the benefit of all Guyana and its people. I will continue to do that. Tomorrow again I will have one. You know? I think I've said enough. I have done more than my part. The US, the UK, and Canada, let me repeat, which had the highest rate of income from their oil and gas resources compared to the world. yes, went further and increased their royalty or revenues. Yes, they're seeking higher rates to get more benefits for their people. Guyana, on the other hand, who are the worst oil contract in the world, afraid to renegotiate it. But now has a golden opportunity, starting with this Liza 1 renewal permit, to extract from the oil companies our fair share. What is rightfully ours, uncle? Without even touching the contract. Yes. That's where we are today, uncle. We can get a fair share for the present and the future generations. That is what is at stake here, uncle and auntie. Let's wait and see what they will do come next week, Tuesday. A young Ukrainian girl in her 30s took it upon herself with a few mechanics repairing vehicles, and then she driving them one by one, 800 deadly and dangerous miles, to give to her soldiers to continue the battle, the war Russia wage against Ukraine. You hear that? Are you understand that? Iranian President Imran Khan, yes, the world famous cricketer. He was ex-prime minister and was voted no confidence motion and threw out about 2 weeks ago. Yes, 2 days ago, he shut down Karachi, the main city, and gave the government a deadline that if an election date is not announced in 6 days, he is coming out back into the streets with his people to shut down the entire Pakistan. Yeah, man. I told you those 2 stories to let you understand what is going on. Because if by Monday, May 30th, a statement doesn't come out as to what these leaders are planning to do with this renewal permit, I am going in front, yes, Office of the President at 10:30 a.m. I'm starting out first from the Square of the Revolution. Yes, Monday morning at 10:30 a.m. You're invited to join me. Yes. Mr. President, please don't let it reach to this stage. Let us don't have to come and protest you to do the right thing. Be a warrior for Guyana. Please. And I only hope I hear from the opposition leader Norton, or he join me with his team too. This way we will know if they are serious. Yeah, man. Should I say amen, Josh? You know, Josh, before I take your calls, listen to this tape from our Vice President, what he had to say.
More benefits from the engagements with oil and gas companies without violating the sanctity of the contract. What happened after we left office is they went and signed a contract that we have to now live with, that is lopsided, and we now have to find ways and means of eking out more benefits from the engagements with oil and gas companies without violating the sanctity of the contract.
You got to find ways and means to eking out benefits for the Guyanese people.
This is one of them.
The time is now, Mr. Jagdeo. You don't have to renegotiate the lopsided contract that the coalition signed. This is the opportunity. This is the time for you now. Yes, now that you're heading the oil sector to eke out more benefits for all the Guyanese people. What do you say he will do now, Uncle? You heard him there, loud and clear. He's not renegotiating the contract, but he will be eking out more for the Guyanese people from the oil and gas contracts. You have to listen to him. You got to listen to him again.
That presided over issuing some of the worst work permits in the past. And we had nothing to say about it for LISA 1 and LISA 2. For 25 years, environmental permit was given to Exxon when the law says only 5 years you should give an environmental permit for. So the EPA has credible explanations, Mr. President. I don't think we have to do that. They can go to the EPA website. This is a regulatory body, and they will explain their own procedures, and they're following the law, and the approach is consistent with the law as far as we're concerned. So this is a crucial matter for us moving.
Thank you.
You heard him there, Uncle and Auntie, accusing the coalition government of issuing the worst permits in the past for LISA 1 and 2. And them didn't say anything about it. Yes, he didn't say anything about it.
Did he take him to court?
Yes, you guys hearing these politicians' words? Why they didn't say anything about it? Huh? You know it was wrong. Why didn't they say anything about it?
Did he take him to court?
You want to hear the answer, Bernard?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Yes. Come May 31st. Yes. You will hear the answer. They all are part and parcel of this complete sellout of our country's resources and wealth. Mark those words, Uncle. Mark it, Auntie. I said what I said there. Yes, they are together, sellout. The same permit he described as worse granted by the coalition is in his face right now for renewal, Uncle. You heard him. The same worst permit that Exxon gave is in his face right now for renewal. Let's wait and see. He said, he went on further to say 25 years license was given to ExxonMobil when they lasted 5 years. He is correct. He wants to come over looking good, saying that. He is not telling the world, Uncle and Auntie, that it's two private citizens like myself who had to go to court. Yes. Had to go to court and had that 25 years reversed to 5 years. Yes. What he and his government should have done, two private citizens did for this country and its citizens. And you hear how he boasting about it? You hear how he boasting about that?
Yes.
He cussing down the coalition about not giving away the LISA 1 and LISA 2 permit.
And he wasn't there.
Right? And he didn't fight to thing it. Two citizens had to go to court to fight to it. Yeah, man. Just like how me go to court to fight for the taxes. Uncle, you're hearing them, right?
Yes, review and renegotiate.
Here this last one.
Contract. Do you agree with the 55 billion signed away global witness report? And will you revisit the other contract?
We have made it very clear, but we can never agree. How can, I don't think any Guyanese agree with this. No Guyanese, except the government that is defending. We have made it very clear that we have to go towards relooking at these contracts, renegotiating these contracts, looking at contract management, and all of these things. Everything we have to relook at because we have to ensure that our country does not get
the wrong end of the stick. So everything is on the table for review as it relates to oil contracts.
Review and negotiate.
You heard him clearly there, our President Ali. Review and renegotiate. He said, we have made it clear. We can never agree. I don't think any Guyanese would agree except the government that is defending it. That was before he turned president. Yes. And the coalition was in office. We're looking at the contract, renegotiating the contract management and all these things. Everything got to be looked at, President Ali said, because we have to ensure that our country does not get the wrong end of the stick. Yes, review and renegotiate. The country gonna get sick, not the wrong end of the stick, if you guys don't correct it. Uncle and Auntie, as for Aubrey Norton, the opposition leader, he said he never used the word renegotiation in an article we carried in the Kaieteur News. But he stated he believes there are other ways in which Guyana can claw back from that lopsided deal. He even said the law provides for actions to be taken to ensure more benefits for the people of this country. Now, Mr. Norton, the opportunity presents itself to get more for the people. Yes. Would we be hearing from you on the renewal of the Liza 1 permit? Good night, and God bless all of you. I will now take some of your telephone calls so we can discuss what's happening here.
All right, thank you very much.
Yes. I talked enough.
You can call us this evening on 226.
I'll take the questions too.
7453 and
Let Joel Bagonin
22674.
send in his questions.
There's a question here that came from someone from WhatsApp. By the way, you can WhatsApp us on 622-2222. It said, Mr. Lall, the Kaieteur News says that each Guyanese owes ExxonMobil $9 million. How that happened? Can you explain how we end up owing them? And how are we going to get profit? How do they know what to give us?
Joshua,
Yes, sir.
that's a fantastic question. I love that question. We would have carried that story, and I would have talked a lot about it, but I can explain it a little, see how I can make it a little more simple for that individual.
Please do.
And many who do not get it very clearly. What the international experts, how the international experts arrive at that figure for every man, woman, child in this country, they have used the figures ExxonMobil have said they have invested in Guyana so far. They have put the pre-contract cost, the exploration costs, and all the cost for Liza 1, 2, 3, and 4. You know, the ships and the platforms they have out there that cost 9 and 10 billion each. That's the money. The people put together and say, when they do the maths, when you divide it into the people that lives in Guyana, it gives you $9 million each one of us owe presently for that investment out there. And the people went further to say, that if we don't stop the continuation of them drilling more holes, adding more cost, approving more projects, putting on more billions on what we already have, the figure, that $9 million, will jump maybe double or triple. So that's where they're begging us to hold off, and let's clear this off, because this money they already spend there, Joshua, will not be cleared off for the next 10 years. A matter of fact, let me make it more simple. Or the next question I think people would want to know or ask is how we get in profit.
Yeah, that's the next question.
All right. How we get in profit?
Yeah.
Joshua, the little profit you're getting there, or Guyana is getting, is pity money. You know when you pity somebody, you put your hand in your pocket and you give them something?
Yeah.
This is exactly what where Guyana stands. If they are to, if ExxonMobil is to take out all the expenses on a daily basis, right, of the oil that they produce and sell, then Guyana will get no profit for the next 10 years. Not a blind cent, not even a Guyana cent. And Jagdeo had said that once. I can find that tape and play it. He said Guyanese will not see nothing tangible for quite a while into the future. I have that tape. That is what the man was saying. We will not see nothing. So this is not Glenn Lall saying it. Jagdeo have said that.
Yeah.
And these people are just doing the maths now because Jagdeo is not giving us the figures. They're just using what Exxon is putting out there to the shareholders on each project and an estimated cost with the exploration and the continuous drilling that they're doing. So Joshua, it's two beautiful questions. If I'm going to do a TikTok on it, if all this money has to come out, Guyana has nothing whatsoever to get for the next at least 10 years. I am not putting a deadline to 10 years, you know. And if we do not stop the additional projects and drilling that is going on, man, the oil will finish. I have said this on many programs. The oil will finish and they will still be taking out their investment money and expense there and throwing pennies and crumbs at us. That's what it means in a nutshell. If there is any other question, feel free to shoot it. Ms. Harris, you want to say anything on it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What about the ring fencing? If we don't put a ring fencing provision in place, then are they not just going to keep rolling over costs as they dig and drill wells?
Well, Ms. Harris, that's a nice question too. Ring fencing is just separating the money. In this case, the people are saying stop every project so you have no other expenses to come, which is the right thing to do, the correct thing to do. You can do without ring fencing if you stop the project. But if the project are continuing, then ring fencing provision is key to prevent them from throwing over money from one project into the producing field. You understand? Leave what you spend on these 5 right there. So you get your profit from each one as you go ahead. So it's a nice question. Yeah.
Let me remind you, you can call us this evening on the Glenn Lall Show on 226-745-324, 622-2222, or 624-6456. And you're listening to us here on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM.
Yeah, somebody says here, there's a lot of bashing these politicians going on in the chats. But somebody says, Mr. Lall, when you sell your soul to the devil, there's no turning back. These politicians are bought by ExxonMobil, and now they're playing the 3-card game with the Guyanese people who are very gullible and vulnerable.
Exactly. But I'm saying, I've said it many times that oil companies, that's the first thing they do. They corrupt all the political leaders, right? But I'm still saying that there is room for us to wiggle out. You know, you cannot so blatantly no opportunity exists for you to bring money. I have to sign a bad contract. You get your money. You take your piece. Okay? Who take the piece, that's their problem. That's not the thing. But now the opportunity presenting itself so clearly, okay, to ring back some of the mistakes you made in the contract or the giveaway you give. And international experts are warning you, are throwing it out so simple in front of your face to correct it. Come on, man.
Yeah.
At least tell the exam command, hey, you can't do the people of this country this. You know? You got to do better than this.
Definitely.
We cannot give you everything and left this country to go back to slavery. No.
Nothing, yes.
You understand? Because I am pretty much certain that none one of them collect enough money that they can sell out this country like this, in this fashion.
Exactly.
You know? Whatever they settle for, they take. Whatever. Right? But one, two of them,
Yeah.
the Isle Blacks people, you know why I laughing, uncle? The Isle Blacks people, them that got billions to collect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Jack Dale say, you know what? He favored a probe. He will do an international investigation. He
Yeah.
said he has asked the GGMC to give him a timeline. The procedure, how and when the Kaieteur and the Kanji oil blocks were issued. 18, 19 months now, uncle. He didn't get that information yet. And every piece of that information was published in the Kaieteur news. You think you want to investigate anything? The question you have to ask him, who are the beneficial owners?
Yep.
Or I should ask him bluntly, are you part of the owners, the beneficial owners of the Kaieteur and Kanji, Mr. Jagdeo, that you're not carrying on with the investigation you promised this country? You should come out and tell the nation that.
You have a caller here?
Yes, take the calls. Let's get going.
Caller, good evening and welcome.
Hello, good night.
Good night.
It's Mr. Glenn Lall show, right?
Yes, go right ahead.
Good. I was listening to the program, listening every night. My last Wednesday was so nice, right? And when people ask where Guyana getting this money, where they borrow this money from, how they getting out? My God, look at what was the man real name?
Thomas Zanzilo.
And you know what it? You know what? Vice President Barrow Jagdeo name.
Okay.
You get me?
The Vice President name is Bora Jagdeo.
Borrowed. That's a good one. That's a good one.
You're making it a laugh story?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
correct.
He gave away. He opened the door, he opened the window, he opened the safe, and he said, look,
Take everything.
foreigners, I care. Left the politician on one side, right? Left for the politician them and care. And then Bharat will come and tell the Guyanese people, why if me catch them?
Exactly.
Yeah. And then the Guyanese people say, yes, but if Bharat catch them, you know. So it happened.
I am so happy that you people beginning to understand.
Yeah,
You're catching on what is going on. Thank you, my
Look,
friend.
The man when he been in opposition, you call him no people sticky fingers. That man got sticky heart.
It's true.
Oh boy, I am happy that you people beginning to understand. You're seeing them for who they really are.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
just
yeah.
dress up with fancy suit and walk the road with fancy language coming out of their mouth. Deep from within, my friend. Deep from within.
Now because how long he stick?
Deep from within. They don't have any love for any one of us.
For real.
All they care about is for themselves,
Yeah.
their family and their friends.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, man.
Yep.
Thank
Yes,
you.
man.
You can
Yes,
join us at the Coffee Square Monday 10:30.
Man, to me like the program are too short, man.
I know, but I have to take it easy, man.
Keep it up.
Thank you.
He's a brave one, soldier.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Yep.
I gotta take it easy, man. I could carry the program longer, but my doctor warning me, Glenn Lall, you cannot, you know, you don't want to relapse. You can't take on this thing so serious. I gotta look at my health.
Yeah.
Other than that, I would love to sit down here all day. I can talk a whole night on so many things. It is so much that is going on, my friend. You know, it's unthinkable, unimaginable, unbelievable.
We have a question here from someone that says, "Good night, Mr. Lall.
Good night.
So why aren't the government upping their stand against this growing bill of expense?
The growing bill,
The expense, the $9 million, you said it can go higher. Why is the government not standing up against it?
the government is not even releasing that growing bill for us to see what it is.
Yeah, let's start
You know,
there.
Jagdeo has not been releasing that. You know, the coalition government, the same coalition government he cost under Jordan, he was releasing.
Yeah.
Hold on, we had a cost down about the production, how much oil they're bringing up, and last week, out of shame, I think, or I want to believe, they released the production report. That's how we know how much oil they bring up, how much they sell, and how much Guyana get. I don't know. But the way they come on expenses, man, them oil company inflating it, man, fattening themselves, and who knows who else being fattening. Right then, we don't know.
Exactly.
This is why they don't want us to see. I only hope you guys reading through the line, you know. Mr. Jagdeo, President Ali, and Norton is not saying a word about the Guyanese people seeing those expenses, those 40 billion expenses. You know why we can't say it? Read through the line. They're not only inflated, and inflated to fatten. They idle people in pocket. Yes. Yes, you're reading through the line. God bless you. Have a good night. Yes, let me get more questions.
Caller, good evening. Hello.
Hi, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Yes, I'm just, Mr. Ali and Mr. Norton, y'all please do the right thing for the Guyanese people. We can't take this thing over. Y'all cannot sell out Guyana like that. Please do the right thing by Tuesday. Please. Thank you.
All right.
I love you, girl. And I love the spirit.
Yep.
I love the spirit. If you get time, come out. Or send some people to support. We got to fight this fight. Because if you listen to what I just said there, these inflated bills coming.
Yep.
And it's not only fattening. The oil people, them. Let me do say no more.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying there? We can't see them bills. We can't even see the review reports. Yes. We can't even see the plans. The field development plans we can't see. Can you hold 1 second, please? We can't see the field development plan. We can't see the field development project report. Now we can't see the expenses. Yes. This is your country called Guyana. Good evening, sir. You're live on the air.
Yeah, good night, Glenn. Good night.
Good night.
To you and the panel there.
Yes.
Good night.
When we got politicians who don't care nothing about this country that they've been placed there to take care of, we are at a terrible place. You know, what could go through these politicians' mind? I don't want to call them leaders. I heard the caller the last time said these are politicians. They're not leaders. What could go through their minds that this country that they're in office and they're supposed to ensure the country get the best from the resources, and they're defending these foreign companies. Independent yesterday, and these people are talking about our wealth and telling us nothing about this mega wealth we got. Man, Glenn, it really sick my stomach to see and to listen what these leaders, I gotta call them leaders sometimes because they're supposed to be leaders, they're supposed to be leading.
Can you hold a second? Can you hold a second?
Yep.
Don't be surprised. I'm waiting to see if I can get another letter from the Broadcasting Authority or the Frequency Unit saying if I don't pay, they're going to shut down the radio station. I'm waiting. I've been saying this since the discovery of oil through the pages of the newspaper, the Kaieteur News. And I have been saying the same thing on this radio station 1.5 years now, almost every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, that they have sold this country out. And you guys weren't believing. Now are you hearing it from international people. Now are you seeing it clear. And now are you hearing it from their own mouth. How they're announcing 3 larger. If you think, oh my large, think again. Yes, consider 3 larger than oh my gold companies is coming to Guyana. Yes. They're not telling you what Guyana going to get out of it.
Then,
yes.
When these people open their mouth, what Guyana getting from these large things? What the citizens, the ordinary men and women and the boys and girls in this country, what are we getting from
I have the answer for that. Hold on.
Companies?
Hold on. I have the answer for that. We got to go protesting in front of Ministry of Labor.
Exactly.
To get 2% increase by your salary. That way you reckon. Protest.
Sad.
Yes.
This and these Guyanese people, when they go wrong to the village, them they put in these things wrong, the neck flowers, and they gotta chase these people. They gotta let these people know that what they are doing is wrong.
You know, hold a second, please. You know, I look at the crowd. The PPP had at Essequibo, and I had to smile. They had to fill up the stages with school children. These are things, but hold, don't laugh at that. Come election, we call it up and jack. I don't know. Yeah, they will go back and vote. Yes. Go ahead, continue.
Then this election, we gotta get a brand new breed of leaders. We gotta get a new breed. Then I hope that some brand new leader gotta come for rescue because we ain't got no. What they're doing there, man, then it's so sick. And they come and actually sing opening your mouth and telling people about mega company. They're trying to divert me from this whole thing. They got their hand tied up with these foreign companies.
They're going.
Chinese ain't getting nothing.
Hold on.
I'm telling people, but they getting here.
Mm-hmm. You know, they're running all over this world, bringing in people to fetch out we wealth.
Mm-hmm. To fetch it out.
To fatten themselves. Yeah, man.
Glenn, one thing I want to remind them, Jack Dio and all of them, is that the 40 pieces of silver that Judas collect for betraying Jesus Christ, it was of no use to him. You know what he did with it? He threw it away and he gonna hang himself because he couldn't take what was over his head and what he did. This is the country with lots of poor people. Children even got, as you said, they even got biscuits to put in the lunch kit to go to school. And we can't get taxes from these foreign companies. We can't get what belongs to us to make Guyanese life better. And I listened to the tape you played just now. This man talking about sanctity of contract. I hope coming May 31st, you can remember that. These words is there. You could hide from a lot of things, but you can't hide from your words. It's there in record.
Yes, that's why
I don't like the word, you know, when you're using the word sanctity of contract, nothing written in stone. Nothing is written in stone. You could change it. You could make that difference. This is Guyana and the wealth is there. And if they got no way, if they can't give you and me what belongs to us, leave it there. Leave it there.
Amen. Amen.
It cannot come out and fatten them and their country, and then Guyana gotta pay everybody. If you selling things and you got a little business, they want you to pay tax. Everything they want you to pay. And these companies fetching out, we iron, we sweep, we bet iron, and we gold, and we everything, and they're doing Man, Glenn, they gotta do better than this. They gotta wake up and smell the coffee. And if they gotta give back what they gotta give back, or whatever, Glenn, they gotta do it. Because we cannot allow this. Glenn, hats off to you for this
Thank you.
program.
Thank
this
you, bro.
program making a big difference in my life, in Guyanese life, and people waking up. I hope they wake up real quick too, because we cannot allow this thievery, this betrayal of this country to continue like this.
Thank you.
In
Thank you.
closing, Glenn, if let me say me, you guys and you say we can put a party together, and you will tell me, look, you be the president, and when you be the president, I gonna down the background and do it. I can tell you yes, but when I get the office, you gotta realize is I standing there, and I gotta make sure I do what is right. I hope the president of this country realizes that he holds the office, and he gotta do what is right and not listen to a man who failed and fail all his life in this country. I hope he open his eyes and wake up.
Thank you.
Smell the coffee and do the right thing. Have a blessed night. God bless you.
God bless you too. Jagdeo has always been a failure. Nothing they can show. Nothing they can show. Both PPP and PNC.
Exactly.
They can show to this nation that they have done that has been successful or benefits this country. The gentleman he keep talking about sanctity of contract. You know, my friend, all oil contracts around this world is signed one way. America, Canada, and England one is the same way. And them can raise the royalty rates with the stroke of a pen.
Exactly.
What happened to we, man? What, goat bite we? Eh? Come on. You think goat bite we? No. It's just that this leaders here we have, especially Vice President Jagdeo, especially him, because he's the man of the moment. He is put in charge of this thing. We have to rally around the young president and let him understand that this nation cannot live the way Bharat Jagdeo is running this oil sector. No. No. And Ashley Singh them. No. We got to get our fair deal, our fair share. Bernard? You sleep early, Bernard? It is terrible, man.
Quiet
It's
tonight.
terrible what is happening in this land.
Somebody wants to know if you think the politicians have sold out the country.
Well, I have said that. I have said that from the beginning. I have said that from the beginning. Can you hold, sir? I have said that from the beginning. But whether they sold out the country, man, things can change. Things can bring about, we can bring about changes. It's presenting itself every day. All these contracts that ExxonMobil given to their own foreigners, we should be taking over those contracts. Those boat services, these helicopter services, supply services, that's the kind of services the Guyanese people need. Ashley Singh. Guyanese people don't need to put up tent in the back dam
or cook food
as construction or cook dal puri and chana for the gold companies. Guyanese people need real contract that brings real money, like the supply boats. I would like to own 10 supply boats tomorrow morning. Will you work on that, Ashley Singh? Will you work on that, Norton and President Ali? I want 10 supply boats to put out there to make money as a citizen of this country, and that is my right. That comes under local content. Could you get me that, Ashley Singh? I'll be calling you tomorrow to ask you that question. Yes, sir, go ahead. And I have many friends too who would like to be part of the local content. Yes, to make some money. Go ahead.
Brother Glenn, I would like to be part of the local content that you just speak about.
Exactly.
But unfortunately, we're not part of the elites.
No. If you listen to Ashley Singh, he's talking about jobs. The oil company and these foreigners give you jobs. Job for dig a shovel or dig a spade, caulk a two-hole, turn on an engine and stuff like that. That's the kind of jobs he's talking about. And you're gonna be servicemen and women. And cooks.
These guys are narrow-minded thinkers. They can't see beyond their nose.
They are little children, my friend. They are little children who never run a cake shop in their life. I keep telling Guyana this thing over and over and over. They can't run a cake shop in their life. They have never run nothing successful in their life. And I want to challenge any one of them. I want to challenge any one of them to come on this radio station. I even go so far to tell them, I'm not challenging, don't call me if you don't want. Text your question to me and let me answer. Wait, you can't do that too? If you can't do that, can't you get somebody to send in the questions, let me deal with them? But they cannot answer anything that I'm saying here, my friends. This is what I'm saying. They are all caught with their pants down. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. But Brother Glenn, you got to understand one thing. You can't take a guy that never had experience in sitting across the table from a business aspect and try to negotiate. A guy like Barra Jackdale, like you said, he's a politician. He's not a businessman. You need a man like Glenn Lall, who has run a business.
Exactly.
He knows how to negotiate.
Exactly.
This clown has never run anything in his life.
Exactly.
And he goes and talk about GDP to the people in Barbies who have no clue what he's talking about. Don't you see this man belong to the circus?
Yep.
Sometimes when I think of them, this is why I told you people I haven't spoken to the man for 14 years. I refuse to be around.
You'll never speak to him in the rest of your life.
Yes, man. Yep. Yes. You feel disgusted when you only look at their photograph or their faces. And I'm saying that from my heart.
Yep.
I mean it. That's who I am, uncle and auntie. I just can't be. I am not a fake. I am not a fake. I can't tell you I love you when I hate you. No. Look for somebody else. I can't sit on this radio and tell you nice things to make you feel good. I gotta throw it blunt to you, man. I gotta tell you how I see it and how I know it and the right way. I am not a. I don't know how to play with words. I am very blunt.
Did you remember when you said that you put a call into Irfan and you tell him about Barra Jackdale and he said he was going to call you back? Irfan Ali believed in that man. That man is his idol. That man is part of rubber stamp of what he's doing. He does whatever Barra Jackdale tells him to do. He has no choice. He'd never run a cake shop himself.
Well, I can understand. I can understand he never run a cake shop. I want to let you know and all Guyana know that he sits there, he's the president. And if we rally around him and let him understand what is going on clearly, that we will not take this bull, what's going on, he will have to wake up. He has to open his eyes. Okay? He has to do the right thing. This country needs him. Glenn Lall can do it, you can do it, and nobody can do it now. He has to do it. This is why I'm stressing on him and the opposition leader. If the opposition leader opens his mouth tomorrow and said this permit should not be renewed, trust me, it have weight. But is he going to say that? Let's wait and see.
No. Well, my brother, look, we got 4 more days to see how much Irfan Ali or as a president is going to act as a president, or he's going to act as a crony of Barra Jackdale. Thank you.
Welcome. Have a good night.
Yep. You know, the caller is right, but I think the people should be forcing President Ali to do something.
Everybody has to come
listening to
out.
Jackdale. Yeah, you should be listening to the people, and the people should be making so much noise that they feel the pressure They're not going to do these things on their own.
Everybody should be coming out into the streets.
Yeah.
Everybody should be talking about this oil and this oil and this oil. I keep repeating myself and I'm getting tired doing this. What we are doing at the Kaieteur News here, in the newspapers and on the radio, Uncle and Auntie, took Asian and African oil countries 40 years. What we are doing now, only 5 years into the oil. Please don't let it meet 40 years. If you allow it to reach 40 years like Trinidad and Tobago, Trinidad after 70 years, now them plug in loopholes when everything gone. Everything bolt out the stable. They want two little Yazzie cow calf left in the stable. That is what I'm hustle to make do with. We cannot wait until 30, 40 years. Technology will not allow us to do that. 40, 50 years ago, they had oil to last them 100 years because the way they were bringing it up, they didn't have today's technology. Today's technology, they can empty 100-year basin in less than 10-year basin, Uncle. This is why we cannot. This is why the time is right. The time is now. Let's hit the iron right now.
While it's hot.
Let's fight for it right now while it's hot. I can't say anything more. I want to take a leave and say namaste. God bless all you guys. Until Monday.